everyone, welcome back to Maya Talks at WHSK Bloomsburg campus. Today we will be interviewing with James Dunlap about social media, and this will be solely in audio recording, so please enjoy. Okay, so can we just start with a little introduction about yourself?
Sure. I'm Professor James Dunlap. I teach graphic design. I'm an illustrator, animator, graphic designer, web designer.
And can you just talk a little bit about your history with social media?
I first got on social media in 2007. One of my friends told me about this cool page called Facebook where you could share pictures. Mm-hmm. And then I became very active on it. There were a lot of games in the beginning of it that would get you to recruit people, recruit friends. And then there was this game called Kingdom, and we were really into it for months. It was just such a time suck. I probably didn't get into Instagram until 2010. I want to say is probably my first post.
What social media platform would you say that you utilize the most? Personally? Yeah,
I mean, probably Instagram because I can profit from it.
Right.
Definitely TikTok. I created a TikTok for a 95-year-old fly fishing legend. Oh. And he got 200,000 views on one of his videos very quickly.
Gosh.
And my thinking was that I would use TikTok to filter subscribers into a YouTube channel that I created for him as well.
Okay.
And it's kind of interesting that you're asking me that at this time, because I'm also starting a YouTube channel with another fly fishing legend from the Catskills.
Okay.
The smartest man I know. And since we started talking about this, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, you have to do this. You have to share your knowledge via YouTube. And I love the accessibility of those things. You don't have to go through a big agency. You don't have to go through anybody. You can just, if you have content and it's interesting and you put it up there and enough people are interested, it just seems very democratic in that sense.
What is some advice that you would give to those who have grown up with social media and have never known anything different since you kind of transitioned into it?
Yeah. It's a totally different perspective, It's me having not had it. It's almost like we've forgotten some of that of life before it. I don't really remember how I used to meet up with people. I would call them and it'd be like, "Hey, let's meet there at 6:30," and I guess we just met there at 6:30.
Yeah.
My friend and I were talking about. We drove across America in 1999, and we had an atlas and a highlighter pen, and we drew the route in a map, and then to figure out when we were going to arrive places, you took a little piece of paper and you made little tick marks along the path, and that told you, it's 600 miles, and the speed limit's 65 miles per hour, so we'll be there in, roughly 10 hours. And
that's crazy. I would have never made it there.
We were having this really interesting conversation about it. We didn't know any better, so we didn't think of anything,
it didn't feel difficult.
Yeah, it didn't feel difficult at all. It was just kind of the way it was. And then MapQuest came out, and then what people would do is you would route something. It's so ridiculous to think how prehistoric this sounds, but the route that you would get on your Navi normally, you would print that.
Okay.
Because there was no device for it to be on.
Right.
So you'd print that, and then you'd always have it on your passenger seat. So you'd have you'd be driving and flipping through pages of oh wait, okay, I got to turn here.
Interesting.
And also the advice is use that as a tool. You know, it's a really great tool to subvert and get a message out, or be yourself, be creative. There's so many people that I follow them because they're just so unique, and here they have this platform. They don't have to pay, they get paid for it. So yeah, if I could edit that down, I would spin it more towards the be positive about it.
Right.
See the opportunities in it, and then take advantage of those as much as possible.
All right, so thank you so much for listening. I apologize that this was just an audio recording, but I hope you really enjoyed this podcast and have a great rest of your day.